Hi. Hi. So here's Quinn again. Yeah. So for those of you who have done some work with me, you'll notice that I'm kind of pausing at the proximity layers and using them as a tool to capture his attention. And for those of you who haven't worked with me, I'll explain more about those in another video, but a super basic version is that they're kind of like a hot spot, and we do have these bubbles around us, these electromagnetic fields, and they have a really big impact on the horse work. So I'm just going to tune into him for a moment, re-engage. Hi. Hi, sweetie. He's thinking about it, considering. I'm going to see what happens when I back into another layer. Hi. Hi. Everyone thinks that going closer and forcing movement and action is always the best first step when a horse is kind of checked out a little, and I have not found that to be true. Of course, it depends on the situation and the horse, but sometimes more space is the answer, and that might not be the answer today, but I'm just exploring that and giving him an opportunity to also see that I'm not just going to fall into the same patterns that he might be used to. Hi. Hello, handsome. We've been working through a lot of stuff, Quinn and I, recently, because he has gotten into this little habit with some of the people who he's worked with of being particularly bossy with them, which is not a personality fault on his side. It's really a test of him checking out if he can lean on them for security. And their answers have been understandably difficult because they haven't been as prepared to tell him that he feels really secure and safe here by their ability to set healthy boundaries. You can check out a boundary video I have about that at another time, but that's part of what we're seeing here, is that's part of his disengagement, because we have been working through some of this stuff. Hi, sweetie. Hi. So I had to put a little bit of pressure on him today to actually say, yes, we are going to go forward and make it into the arena. We did very well, but also now he's a little bit more disconnected, unsure. So I'm taking the pressure off. Hi. So that he can see he still has a choice and he still has voice in the work that we do. Sometimes we do have to do things, but that's not the main foundation of the work we do together. Hi. Hi, lovey. Yes. Oh, hi. Hi. Good. Let's walk together. It feels so good to walk together. So I'm losing him a little bit, but I'm going to try to keep him engaged. And I'm going to take up room. Hi. Excellent. Here we go. And asking him for a couple of things. Still letting him have autonomy and check things out, but also letting him know I'm not just a passive person in here with him. I do have a purpose, And I'm still in a leadership role with him, even if I'm giving him a tremendous amount of freedom to feel how he's feeling, do what he's doing, be who he is. Hi. Yeah, come. Super. Super. So I'm looking for every single moment to reward. Excellent. I really want him to feel intrinsically like he wants to do the work. And I can't have that all be based in any one way, whether that's pressure, whether that's acceptance of just letting him do what he wants. It has to be a balance and really meeting his needs in that moment, whatever they might be. So trying to just go at his pace. Amazing. So in that moment, it was kind of his idea to walk this way, but I caught the wave of it, so to speak, and went along with it, but almost taking leadership in the direction he wanted to go, and then offered a moment to lead him in a stop, which he agreed to follow me in, which I'm taking as a really good sign. Just creating lots of moments for us to be attuned together, and where he can also feel secure, in my leadership, but also knowing that he has autonomy. It's that fine balance. Now, a horse that knows this like the back of their hand, maybe one of our other horse partners. Hi. I wouldn't want them to get bored, so I would do maybe other things in here to stimulate them or get their attention. But if they were having a day where they're feeling stressed out, then I wouldn't do that. And for Quinn, this is a day where he's experiencing a little bit more stress. So we're working through that together. Softly, gently, patiently. And he's kind of testing, like, do I actually mean the kindness and softness and patience? Or am I just waiting and having it kind of bubble up inside? And I think he's kind of expecting it to turn into something other than a loving connection. He's giving me that kind of side eye of like, not sure what's next. And the thing with horses, we can't fake it. They know if we're masking. They know if we're just putting on a show. So I really have to feel it in my bones, in my cells, in my core, that I really do fully accept him for who he is. I'm not going to let him walk over me. I'm still able to be assertive, but I, at the same time, can have a tremendous amount of patience, and love for him that can come through in everything that we're doing. So this is the beginnings of how I teach horses to work with me at Liberty. Not that I'm the best Liberty trainer by far, but I do work with tons and tons of horses. And it's kind of those like base foundations that I think I really excel at, both with people and horses. And some days I don't excel. Some days I really suck at it, but I'm still learning. So it might not look like a lot is happening, but a lot is happening. Because there's always a communication, an energetic dance between us. Hello, come on with me. So now he transitioned from being worried to a little bored back there. So I'm picking up my energy a little bit and saying, okay, I'm glad you're feeling better. Let's do something fun. And he immediately tuned into that and was like, well, okay. Yeah, I think so. Come on, love. What a good fella. What a good fella. So I'm asking with a little more energy, seeing if he wants to do a little trot. And he doesn't. That's fine. And just keep walking. We're just going to keep walking. Keeping my breath, keeping him engaged. Wonderful. And halt. Super. Yes. Come with me. Putting a little bit of an ask. Not sure. As soon as I put a little pressure on, he says, no thanks. I'm not going to force it right now. I'm going to give him an opportunity to kind of settle, re-engage, attune, get connected. Hi. Seeing if he might get a spark of interest if I give him lots of space, but try to be engaging in how I welcome him over here. Okay. So there's that involuntary proximity response, just flicking his ear at me. Hi, lovey. Hi. Hello. So I almost had him there, meaning I almost had his attention enough to come with me on that circle. But there was a noise and it piqued his curiosity. So I'm going to try again. Hi. Yes, yes, good. Super. Super. Licking and chewing, I'll take that. I'll take that, releasing some tension, processing. Very nice. Very nice. Super. Super. We're going to go over the pole. Excellent. I'm going to come around this way, change direction. Excellent. Okay, he wants to check that out. Now these are kind of new. I got in gear to kind of tell him to move forward a little bit, but I like that he's checking out new things. This is a new space for him. Good fella. I want to encourage him to have that curiosity. He's allowed to be curious. Hi. Hi. Oh, super. Super. Then come this way. But he really wants to go that way, so that's fine. I'll let him tell me that. He's not being pushy about it. He's not being shitty about it at all. And I think, oh, it's okay. So many of us think that when the horses want to make a choice, it's always the bad thing. Now, it's not to say that that's a good thing to let them make the decisions always. That can get us into trouble too. But they really need to feel like they have a say. We're working together as partners. Very good. Just going to try backing him up at liberty. Good. Excellent. So we haven't done that before, just slowly starting to teach him without any of the other aids. Good. Yeah, see if he wants to go for a little trot. So I'm going to try to build the energy in me, build the energy in me, building a little bit more, building a little bit more. I'm going to engage him away from that sticky point where my partner is filming right now. It is the point where he wants to stop, but that's great. We knew it was coming. We did get stuck for a moment, but we kept on going. Excellent. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Excellent. And halt. That's a great place to leave it for today. That's a great place to leave it. We're able to move from being concerned into being disconnected and concerned, more just disconnected, into being kind of connected, kind of not, kind of curious, and then engaged. And that's a great place to leave it on. I really want him to have these memories, not only in his mind, but his body. Good. Of feeling really happy and well and looked after and joyful and positive. So the more that I can catch a positive moment and acknowledge it with him and for him, whether that be a thank you, a praise, a recognition that this is a good place to end things so we don't push it past his capacity. Yeah, sweetie, the better. I am going to give him a treat. I'm going to do a video about food another time. Back. But what I will say is that I really make sure that I give him food in their space so that he's not bumping into me, that he's not pushing me for it. And if he is getting a little bit nosy just after the treat, I correct it gently but quickly so that it doesn't become an expectation or a mouthy thing. I love positive reinforcement, and we have to be careful how we use it so that we don't create more problems than we're trying to solve. But I do like food because it does help him feel that extra little bit of, I did a good job. I get this extra fun thing. Work is really a happy place. And this is work because this is all preparing him for the work that we do here at Horse Sense North. Preparing him to be a teacher for other humans. And he's learning. He's learning really well. Yeah, you are. You're going to be great. And he's already starting to do a little bit of work, but that's what we're working through because he is starting to do that work, and he's not sure if that means that he can get away with being kind of in charge with that person versus being their teacher. So we're helping him learn how to be a teacher. And they're always teaching us. It's just that sometimes they're also teaching us in ways that might not be safe for people who don't know about horses. So that's what we're just helping him learn, how to be a teacher for people who need a little help with their skill to make sure it's safe. Thank you, Quinn.